Hey guys, here one of the best way to get paint or corrosion off without a sandblaster. In this episode of FW Garage, we're going to find out. We're going to test out all these here. So stick around. Alright, so I'll go over what I have here for what we're going to try to use today. I know sandblasting would be the best way to get the paint and stuff off of this frame over here. And that's kind of what my next step is to strip all this stuff off. You can see it's pretty flaky and rusty, so I'm hoping to get this thing down to a bare metal. But first, of course, we'll take all this stuff off. So I also need to take off kickstand and some other things. So we'll get that done a little bit here, but first I'll show you kind of what I got. So I got one of these ceramic discs. They say like paint remover or whatever. So we'll try that out. I got a big wire wheel. Got some smaller drill wire wheels, a little flap wheel. I don't know if I'm gonna actually use this pine cone looking sand thing, but got braided and some other different angles and stuff like that. So we'll see kind of what works best for us on this frame here. And you know, like I said, I could sandblast, and I don't have a sandblaster, but I have a compressor. But it's February and it's cold outside and it's Alaska, and I don't want to go outside. So we're gonna try to do it this way first. I mean, worst case scenario, if I have to, we can revisit that topic. So let's get everything set up here. There will be some different stuff I'll be using. You know, just an angle grinder for like the wire wheel and the ceramic wheel. And then for these pieces down here, I'll just be using a regular hand drill. So RPMs will vary a little bit. So some might perform better than others based on that, but we'll kind of test them out. I'm curious. I've seen a lot of these for sale, these paint remover ceramic, you know, abrasive discs. So I'm really curious to see what this is. I've heard some of these wear down pretty fast, so I don't know, we'll try it. And then good old wire wheels, because everyone knows that those do pretty well. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, before we get going on the frame here, a couple things to go over on the safety front. So, you should be using things that could potentially, you know, remove some skin or more if you're not careful. Probably should wear some nice pair of gloves. So I just have these gloves here that work. Take your eyeballs, because these wire brush things like to throw little wires off of them. So I'll probably find them stuck on my face. I don't have a full shield, but so gloves. And finally, since we're flicking a bunch of dust and paint and rust, probably want to put your coronavirus protector on, because you know, this paint, chip, rust, dust, probably not good for the old breather bag. So yeah, so we'll get suited up here, get going. I'll get some test stuff done and show you what I find out. One more thing. Probably also want to keep a cold drink away. So, you know, you don't want to get contaminated. You got stuff in there. So, another safety tip. Not really safety, but important. All right, here we go, the ceramic disc. Working pretty good. I'll tell you right now, this thing's pretty much useless. There's a little abrasive on it. bit better, but still not as good as the ceramic disc. I think is probably the best way to go, and maybe wire wheel and the angle grinder because they have a lot more RPM, so it's going to be able to strip a lot easier. So far, this is the clear winner. Ceramic disc. This thing chews through this stuff, surface rust, everything. It's leaving a really nice, pretty smooth finish on here. So I'm gonna keep using this, I think, and gonna move over the whole frame because I gotta get this thing stripped down. And then, yeah. So eventually I'll switch to the wire wheel on here. We'll try that one out too. So I get all this out of my face. So very good. Ceramic disc, very good. These, not so good. I just don't think you have enough RPM on these to really dig down the paint and rust. And this definitely gets down there because there's a lot more RPM when you're using a grinder opposed to a drill. Back for another day, obviously because I'm wearing a different shirt. Gonna keep working on the frame. I'm only gonna do half of the frame just to show you on camera so I don't bore you doing the whole thing. I'll finish the rest off camera. So I got it turned up on the side. This is the side we're gonna be doing. So I already got it started. If you wanna, I also have the lovely Mrs. FW Garage using the camera for me, so it makes my life easier. So we can come just over here to this section over here. So as you can see, I already got started. I've been using this ceramic wheel. It seems to be the best one. So I'm just going to kind of do this half, and then we'll move on. And I'll probably close the video up. And yeah, so not to bore you guys to death, but let's get going. There's a lot of work to do. Glasses are fogging up really bad. It's hard for me to see. I think I might try to scoot them forward so they air out. That probably is attractive. In here to show you kind of where we're at now. Mrs. and I have been working on this for a little bit. And just kind of trying to show you what I found with the frame. Now I got ton of bare metal. We still got a lot to go, so I'll just do all that off camera. But you can kind of see how we got up in here. There's a ton of bondo. You can still kind of see it in there. This is all bondoed up through here. And so we've been taking the wire brushes. So it turns out these wire brushes are not useless, like I said. They work very well to get the bondo off. As you can see how much we've worn down a lot of these. So that's been really good. And then this part looks pretty good all through here. So just strip it off. Back in the back, I found something interesting. So as you can see, this weld kind of mark right around here. I'm thinking this whole piece here was welded in after the fact. I think the original frame is just this piece back here. Because this is all like pitted out like it was welded, and then, I mean, of course, it's all under paint and bondo, so you can't really see much. I'm gonna try to go under, but you can't really see anything under there until I strip it off. So, found that to be really interesting. This it's pretty deep. I mean, I don't know if you can see with my finger how deep that is, but that's gonna have to be filled in, especially if I'm gonna powder coat. That's gonna have to be filled in, but you can still see some of the bondo. This was caked in bondo all the way around here. You can still kind of see some of it over there. Just to kind of smooth it out. There's a little bit of pitting on this big plate here. So we'll see. Something that we need to do. Here's one of the spring mounts. The inside's not really cleared out, but the outside is. And definitely just some surface rust and things. And got the old crappy adjuster that broke off. I got this little plate cleared up for the most part. This brake lever is stuck. Really stuck. I've been pouring penetrating oil down it. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at here. We keep working on this thing, get it all cleaned up. So, yeah, I just want to bring you guys in. This is kind of a post-production kind of add-in where we're at. So, there you go. Oh, it's a lot. So, this is probably going to take a lot more time than I'm going to put on video. As you can see, it comes off. It's a lot of patience, lots of dust. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, and I'll finish up working on this. Getting this all stripped off, as you guys kind of get the gist. Just get it down to bare metal so we can get the CB750 apart and then mock this up and keep moving forward. So thanks for tuning in. It's FW Garage. Hey guys, have you ever wondered the best way to get this paint and rust off without a sandblaster? This episode. Have you ever wondered the best way to get paint off or rust without a sandblaster? Ooh.